Advocacy for Women with Disabilities Initiative, AWWDI, a non-governmental organization, has cautioned the media to stop reporting the challenges and successes of persons with disabilities, PWDs, as charity-based issues. Ms. Bilikisu Yakubu, national coordinator of the organization, gave the warning in Abuja at a media engagement on disability reporting focused on the importance of inclusive media.
In reporting our issue, report it the way it is. If we have any challenges or any concerns or anything at all that concerns persons with disability that we want the world or the society to report, please, we want the media to report the issue the way it is. If you ask us, we might not know how to speak the biggest grammar, but we can still express ourselves. So you, as the expert, you can do but not cutting off the whole important story that we want the society to know about us, or what we want the society to get information about inclusivity of persons with disability in all aspects of life. We have disability right law. How many people even know the Nigeria Constitution? Talk less of disability right law. We have the disability right law that has been signed by the former President Muhammad Buhari, but not everybody understands what the law is all about. You know, one thing is to have a law, and another thing is to understand the interpretation of the law. So not everybody understands how to even use the law. So we have the law, and you know how issues of Nigeria is, implementation is always our problem in Nigeria. So not a lot of people understand disability right law. If not, you want to talk about issues around charity medical model, it has already been addressed and there's a fine in it. And when you discriminate against persons with disability, there's a fine attached to it. Having this media engagement within training is already a part of what disability rights law said we should do, because not everybody will have the time to understand. We have also carried out a lot of training for persons, not even persons with disability. We've trained health workers, we train government, MDAs. Now we are training media for you to understand how to relate with persons with disability. And the organization that is saddled with the responsibility of implementing this law is the National Commission for Persons with Disability. Organization Advocacy for Women with Disability, we are just supporting, because we know the commission cannot do, the government as alone cannot do it all. So that is why we are doing this, to ensure that every individual is carried along and then inclusion becomes the language of everyone in Nigeria.
Mr. Kolawole Jayoba, the organization's program manager, urged the media to mainstream PWDs who are educated, have surmounted challenges and achieved great feats in critical sectors across the country. He said words such as persons living with disabilities, handicap, cripple, disability victim, less privileged, disabled, vulnerable people, or special needs people should be avoided in reports.
Seeing persons with disability in media normalize their presence in the society. Yes, there is a person with disability, a deaf man, in Ilorin presently, who is a medical doctor. Is schooled as a deaf person, finished university as a deaf person. Today, he's working as a medical doctor. Okay? So, since carrying such story will help to break the barrier, will help to change the narrative, will help to change the perception of the society, will help the parents of children with disability to allow their children to go to school. But if all the media could portray is a beggar who is on the road, a person with disability who is a beggar, who is on the road, then the parents of children with disability will be thinking that this is the picture of the future of their world. But if they showed somebody who have gone to school, who have defied the challenges and all of that, and able to still achieve the feats, then it's actually give an encouragement to as many who are in that situation. In disability, addressing people, media, please address the person first. If you need to even address, if you need to mention disability, mention the person first. Say person with disability. not disabled people. Disabled girl. The person come first before the condition. Portray disability realistically. Show the variety of experiences. We have people with disabilities in every facet of life and all of that. And strengths of PWD. Now, this project is focusing on sexual and reproductive health right of women with disability. We are just simply saying that women with disabilities can marry if they choose to. They can have children if they choose to. So if we project this correctly, the nurse is listening to your news at 9 p.m. The doctor is listening to your news at 8 p.m. The security man in the hospital is listening to your radio, BBC. Is listening to your radio, Armed Forces Radio. He listens to your radio, and he has heard how he needs to respect the person with disability the way he respects every other person. Disability don't make the person to become asexual. Portray disability realistically. If there are informations you don't know, involve them, ask them. Okay? How do you think this could be reported? Highlight accessibility, demonstrate how media can be accessible. E.g. subtitle, audio subscription, subtitle it. Technology have made things easy. That as you are talking, there are some speech-to-text software that can help quickly as possible. We must make it accessible. Where you don't have that, you get a sign language interpreter like we have with me here. Okay? Then avoid exploitation. Portray people with disability in empowering, dignified way, not a pity object. Not.